Whoa, it has only been a couple of days since the OpenAI Developer Day, and it is absolutely mind-blowing what people are building already. So in this video, we're going to go through top 10 examples here so you can really see what people are doing and maybe even brainstorm for your own GPT ideas so that you can be ready when the GPT store launches at the end of this month. There's about 23 days left till that happens. So it's going to be incredibly exciting. If you want to make your own GPTs, this is going to be incredible inspiration. Or if you're just excited to what might be coming to the store, this is going to give you a sneak peek. Now, this is huge. That wasn't just an event, what happened a couple of days ago. This was a pivotal moment in history because it's really amazing what people are doing here. And it's nothing like what this person said in the comments here. They said it's like NFTs, that it's just a bubble and this is just a fad that's going to go away. This couldn't be more wrong. This is absolutely incredible what people are doing, and the innovation that this opens up is absolutely mind-boggling. So without further delay, let's get in and look at the top 10 examples of what people are doing with all of these new OpenAI releases. First up, ChatGPT Vision with yoga.
Hey GPT, am I doing this position right?
Your knees are overly bent, causing a hunch. Straighten them slightly and align your head atop your spine as if a string is pulling you up from the crown.
So did you guys get that one? Basically, they're combining ChatGPT Vision, which can actually see the world and understand it, combine it with ChatGPT Voice, and also its knowledge base of just ChatGPT to understand what the correct positions are. So I think this is a great example of how all of the tools from ChatGPT are actually be combined into completely new products. So like this guy said here, a lot of people are just taking like ChatGPT, adding a prompt and calling it a day. But the real tools and the real innovations are going to be the ones that combine all of these tools to enable something completely new interfaces, workflows, and new ways of automating tasks. That's really why this is paradigm shifting. So we know that you can just take a prompt, put it into a GPT, and maybe have like a creative writing coach or a negotiator. This is essentially like taking custom instructions and just putting them into a GPT, and you'll have like a mini ChatGPT that's specialized in a use case. So I think there is a lot of opportunity in that, but I think the real innovation is going to come from these type of new combinations of the tools to do things that were never even possible before. Now, our second example is GPT Commentator. Some of the comments on this one are absolutely hilarious, but you guys take a look and tell me what you think.
And will look to extend their lead as the next objective comes up. And here we are in a tension-filled moment. T1 holding a slight gold lead over LNG as the vision game intensifies around the Dragon Pit.
Okay, so did you get that one? It's similar to the last example where Peter here has taken the OpenAI Vision API, combined it with the TTS, text-to-speech, that's like ChatGPT voice, and turned it into a commentator for the League of Legends game. So the vision can understand what's happening on the screen and the voice can then commentate on it. Now, some of the comments are really funny on this one, so let's take a look. This guy here says, this is terrible. And okay, the voice wasn't that exciting. The commentary wasn't that exciting. But I mean, this just got released. Imagine where this could go. This is a good idea. Create a coach to tell you what to do during the match. Step 2, buy a Lambo. So that's actually a very interesting use case. Not just commentary, but actually analysis and then live feedback maybe. Like say you were in a tennis match, you have a tennis coach, you could have this guy kind of analyzing everything, using the vision to really take in all of the details that a human couldn't. maybe putting it onto a screen. The actual human coach looks at this, interprets it, gives the feedback. A lot of people can't afford a coach. So wouldn't it be great to just have this there on your phone? And then you've got like a professional coach giving you tips and analyzing the way you swing the racket, the way you swing the golf club, whatever you're doing. That could be actually an incredible use case. Here's another great idea. Use this for an automated YouTube channel. That's a great idea. Faceless YouTube channels can make a lot of money if you've got the right use case. So yeah, this could definitely be something that could be done. Next up, we've got Roast My Website. So let's check this one out.
The React website, where every load feels like Christmas morning because you never know which bundle of joy you're getting. Will it be a components list or a surprise deprecation? Is it just me, or does this site whisper, look how minimalist I can be, while drowning you in JSX?
So a lot of those jokes are probably what only developers would understand, because that's what the React side is used by developers. But essentially what this is, similar to the other ones, it's vision combined with the text-to-speech. But this time it's using it to roast websites. Basically, that's just like a funny way of giving feedback on the website. So you just type in the URL. I think it might even use browser Bing here to have a look or maybe access the site. But people do roast my Twitter account, roast my Instagram profile, roast my whatever. It's a funny way to get feedback. And, a lot of people can't accept criticisms or negative feedback. But if you do it in a funny way, like roasting, then people are going to listen to it. It's entertaining. Feedback is just so important if you want to improve. So maybe any of those ideas could be another good one for our own GPTs. Now, our fourth example is an XOST Optimizer. And this is actually a great idea. It's much less technical than the other examples that we've seen. So if you want to, create a GPT, or you want to build GPTs for other people, this is a perfect example of how you can do it. So this one's from Rowan Chung here. And basically what he did is he created a GPT and it optimizes his X or Twitter posts. So he drops in a draft and then it spits out an optimized post. And actually this text here was made by his AI assistant and it got 1.3 million views. So clearly it works. And so this is what's really interesting about this, that then if he launched this publicly in the GPT store, well, obviously a lot of people are going to go and use it and he's going to get the revenue share because the GPT clearly gets results, 1.3 million views. So this is very interesting because instead of influencers launching their own physical products like merch or something like that, they can now launch their own GPTs. And you don't have to be an influencer. You could approach the influencer and say, I'll make the GPT for you. And, it could be a one-off fee. And then they get a revenue share. I mean, what have they got to lose? Absolutely nothing. Now, the interesting thing about this, why can't anybody just copy this, is because he downloaded his Twitter data from the analytics, fed that into his AI assistant or GPT, and then asked it to create posts, not on what it thinks would be successful, but on actually what has been successful in the past and what has worked. So that's the key thing, is that you could be a TikToker and you could launch a TikTok hook generator as a GPT. And you could obviously use the data of the big TikTokers, and that could be something that you could sell. So I think this is a really good, interesting idea where, instead of actually selling these things, another opportunity is it's more like a lead generation tool where people use your GPT, you collect an email, then maybe you sell some sort of course on the back end of that. So we've looked at 4 examples in detail, but now I want to share the other 6, and they're here on this list. Custom GPTs, I'll put them in this list in the description below and you can check these out. But there's actually more than 6 here. There's probably another 20 here, and there's more being added all the time. So this is a kind of a list before the GPT store opens in about 3 weeks. This is a list of things that you can go and check out. Now, if you have these custom GPTs in your ChatGPT, you can just open this up and start playing with it. Unfortunately, I don't have it, so I got an error message when I opened it up. Disappointing, but I think it's rolling out pretty soon. But this is an interesting one here, Nomad GPT. So Nomad List is a website, best places for digital nomads to live. And basically what the developer did here is it is access to Nomad List's live data to answer your questions about where to live and work remotely on your specific budget, weather, and thousands of other data points. So it has taken the website and the community and really turned it into a complementary GPT or chat assistant, and made it much more valuable and have that kind of ChatGPT interface that people are so familiar with and enjoy using. So I think this is a great idea. If you have a unique set of data that is valuable, you can now add another layer onto that to make it even more valuable by turning it into a GPT, just like this. So there's probably tons of data in this site, all tips, tricks, places to live, places to stay, visa stuff, all that stuff. But probably too much information to go and find it all in the site, or, you're searching forums. Why not just get the answers straight away? And if you combined it with something like the GPT voice, so it's more like an actual conversation with someone, that's incredibly valuable. So that's another big opportunity there to maybe approach people who have data and turn them into GPTs like this. Data, is the new oil. Data is the new gold. And I think that's a clear example of this and how you could maybe use GPTs to unlock the value in those big data sets. That wraps up this video. Like and subscribe if you found it helpful. And if you want to learn even more, I have a community called ChatGPT Insiders where we're sharing a ton of ideas and really trying to capitalize on this opportunity, tips, tricks, all things related to a ChatGPT. Now, I'll put the link to this in the description, but I'll warn you now, you've got to be active in this group or I kick you out. That's what it's free at the moment, but I might turn it into a paid group. So link is in the description if you're interested. Otherwise, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.